All right. This is Scaremas. I am Danny, and I'm here with Crappy Katrina. Yep. She's getting coal. Actually, that would have been better. Coal in your stocking, Katrina. And then we've got Jingle Bells Joel.
Oh my gosh.
Katrina
Hey guys,
picked
what's
this
up?
one.
Oh man.
And we are here to review. Can't really see it all the way on the picture. It's called 13 Sleighs Till Xmas.
Yep.
All right, Joel. Tell us about this one and who's a part of it.
So this is an anthology movie.
Yes.
There's a lot of writers. There's 14 writers and 15 directors.
Thanks
So
a
look it
lot.
up.
Thanks a lot.
Look it up yourself.
And some actors. No, there was like close to 100 actors like listed on this thing. So
yeah, because each story had like so many actors.
Yeah.
Different,
Yeah.
I will say that so I just on like the actors, I just went down the list on IMDb, and the first one popped up as Jeffrey Reddick. He was the reporter, Alexander Browning, in the segment of Christmas to Dismember.
Oh.
And he was he was the writer of Final Destination, the first one. So
wow.
the story and the screenplay for that movie.
Oh,
So
wow.
I'm like, okay.
Wow. All
So
right.
I mean,
time has not done well for him.
yeah. Now he's doing
Not been
13
very
Sleighs
kind.
till Xmas, till Christmas. So yeah. I think he still gets paid for the movies that come out after that, but like I don't know how much he gets paid for those. So yeah, there's
not
a lot
enough because he's doing this.
Well, I mean, he was just a reporter for just on TV on one scene or something.
Yeah.
He probably did it for a friend or something to help out. I'm sure a lot of people did that for that reason in this movie.
Yeah.
I can't imagine they paid very many people for this movie. Because this was not the greatest acted movie in the world. But yeah, we'll get into that more.
We will.
So there's writers and directors, a lot of them.
Yeah.
There's a lot of segments. There's I think 13. There's only
Well, yeah, because there's 6 people who tell 2 stories each. Then there's the overlapping story that comes to the conclusion at the end.
Yeah.
So
so there's 13.
So it's like VHS.
Yeah.
With a ridiculous amount of tapes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And lower quality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is weird to say because VHS is mainly like found footage.
Mm-hmm.
So it's weird to say that's higher quality.
But overall, the acting is better.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Even in the worst VHS movies, the acting is better than this movie. So.
Yeah. Well, and the roundabout story or the roll around that story,
jump around.
The wraparound story, like the wraparound story was actually like better of a actual wraparound story than like a VHS.
Yeah,
for sure.
But still, the acting.
I liked the wraparound story. And even the bad acting was funny, I thought. Some of the lines were just over the top and ridiculous and made me laugh. I feel like this movie isn't taking itself seriously.
No.
That's the thing. It's not like they're trying to make a great movie. You know, I don't feel that way about it. So I can find some entertainment value because they're just having fun. You know, it's not a movie you want to put on and expect to be like scared or expect any sort of, you know, creative filmmaking or, you know, it's just goofy fun, low budget, you know.
I wonder what the budget was for this movie.
Yeah. Well, I never read the description. So we're going to go on December 24th, five seemingly random men are invited to a dive bar by a mysterious email. They decide to pass the time by resurrecting the old tradition of telling scary stories on Christmas Eve. I don't know how that's a tradition. I've never heard of that tradition.
Yeah, I know.
It's a maybe tradition on Halloween. For the pastor.
Oh yeah,
that was his tradition.
Yeah. There's the 5, and then there's the bartender, which makes 6 that we.
Did she tell stories? Oh yeah, she did. Yeah. She did tell stories.
Okay. She got involved in it.
That's right. All right. So yeah, there's 13 different stories. This movie is an hour and 46 minutes.
Yeah.
Definitely longer than it should have been. Mm-hmm. And
take off about a good 20 minutes of this movie.
At least, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of segments. They're not long, obviously. Not long segments. There's not much to them. There's a few memorable ones, I would say, that I can like think of off the top of my head. But after you're done with a movie, a lot of it is forgettable.
Yeah.
And a lot what you'll remember is a couple of the segments, the end. And you'll remember that it's goofy, silly, poorly acted, and just, you know,
and the sound
something you probably won't watch again.
Some of what I remember from this movie was some of the absolute worst child acting I have ever seen in any movie.
Not one.
There's two. There's two segments with kids.
Oh, the one.
And they're both horrendous.
Okay. But
I understand they're kids. They don't, you know, they haven't gone to acting school. I understand. I can when it comes to child actors, I can forgive that for the most part. It still hurts. It's still painful to watch, but I can forgive
trying not to laugh.
Because they oh my gosh, the girl was having so much fun with that role. She was so excited to be able to play that. Yeah, I don't remember another one with kids.
There were. Well, I mean, there were a few. There was one with a daughter and a father-daughter that I actually kind of liked. But there was one. There was the two siblings.
Yeah.
One. Was that the one with Kringles?
Oh yeah.
The
no. That was another boy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because that. Oh my god.
The dad acting in that one.
Yeah.
Was pretty good.
Oh man, my gosh. Kringles, the what, Happy Clown or
that little kid. He did pretty good.
No, he didn't. No, no. I'm sorry.
I don't know.
No, he didn't.
I don't know. But that clown.
What about Kringles though?
Best actor.
I mean, that's a good name for a clown, for like a Christmas clown.
Yeah.
Kringles.
Yeah.
I like it.
Kringles eating his Pringles.
Huh?
Kringles eating his Pringles.
Wait, once you pop, one don't stop. Have you not heard that? It's the Pringles. Like,
I mean, I'm sure I have.
That's the tagline.
Yeah. Who wants to eat a Pringle?
Oh man.
Okay. We're supposed to say a word.
Oh. Thought we were getting the spoilers. Okay.
But you already took my word.
Oh, let's say a word. What was your word?
Long.
Okay. I'll say silly.
I'll say sucks.
No. How did you really feel? Okay, well, with that, should we check what the reviewers think?
Real quick, Joel, this reminds me of a movie that we would put on when we were roommates.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Just to laugh
at it.
You know,
like we were back in our like drinking days
or something, and laugh at a movie like this. I can see the value in it in that way.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah, I was by myself watching this movie, so sober. So I was. Yes, this is definitely something we would have put on as roommates back in the day.
Yeah.
I kind of wish this had come out back then.
Yeah.
Because this would have been one that we would have watched for sure.
Yeah.
And maybe years later, I would have had some sort of enjoyment from this because of that.
Yeah.
But there's none there.
All right. So if you're like in your 20s and got some friends, have them come over during the Christmas season, have some drinks, and put on 13 Slaves of Xmas, and you might enjoy it.
And you might have
any other circumstance, probably not.
Yeah.
Drinks required.
Yeah. Don't watch the sober, please.
Get some eggnog.
So the thing about it is like when I was watching it, I'm like, this is like some of the movies that we had like watched during the film festival for grading for our film festival that we helped with judging. It reminded me of one of the films there that I really didn't like. Actually, like other people really liked.
I thought it was hilarious.
I did not like it, and the acting in it felt like that, and the sound.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, the sound in this movie was killing me.
Yeah, it's like their voices were too loud for the scene, or their voices sounded like they were voiceovers.
You could just tell. Yeah, I think that sometimes they did do voiceovers because they probably didn't get good sound during the filming. And you could tell that it was like cheap quality stuff that they were using, because like you could tell when they had the camera pointed at them or pointed somewhere else, or like, you know, like they don't have like boom mics and stuff like to get good audio. It was, oh my gosh. And not even like just the different segments, but like even within the wraparound, each like scene and different like person, like sometimes you heard it differently and other times, oh my gosh, it was like, oh wow.
And they could be right
like
next to each
just
other,
silly project that someone put together.
Yeah.
And probably like never thought of like it actually becoming like a movie that people would watch. Like it's like just something that they were just having fun.
Well, it's a bunch of like not even 10-minute short films.
Yeah.
So like that doesn't take a lot to make, especially with the quality of short films that
they put out. Yeah.
So
all right. Well, here's the thing about getting the reviews. We've got a review for IMDb. We have 201 people who have reviewed it on IMDb. Wow. And it's got a 4.2. And then you look at Rotten Tomatoes and there's no score. There is one review which doesn't give it a Rotten Tomatoes score. And that one review is a 9 out of 10.
Wow.
She says the humor, gore, offbeat kills, and corny one-liners make PJ Stark's project so freaking fun to watch.
Okay.
So
she watched it with some friends and some drinks.
Yeah. Probably.
Maybe other things.
Yeah.
And then the popcorn meter also has no score.
Okay.
There's fewer than 50 ratings.
Okay.
But if you go to look at the ratings, you've got one rating.
One that actually wrote something.
One rating that shows up, and it is one star. And it says possibly the worst Christmas horror movie ever made. And there have been some bad ones.
Yeah.
So that is saying quite a bit.
Yeah.
I'm so glad this is streamed and I didn't waste any money on it. The main characters in the bar are okay, and one actor is quite good. Sorry, don't remember his name. He was a dad in one of the first stories, and his daughter took away. I don't know, but yes, he was the only good actor in the whole film.
That may have been the one that I'm thinking of. That was actually a decent one. I think mainly because the acting from both the father and daughter were actually decent for a movie like this.
Okay.
Well, we'll talk about that in spoilers.
We'll have to talk about that because I can't even remember it.
Of what that one was.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like what happened in that one. I mean, I know it happened. I know how it ends, but I'm not entirely sure how we got there. maybe me talking about the ending will spur something on.
Yeah. Okay, so let's give our rating. Joel, we'll start with you.
Okay. Oh man. I'm gonna give this one a 37.
Holy sheep shit, that's a good score. I was texting Joel when we were watching it, like about how amazing it was. And
I hadn't watched it yet.
Yeah, I went too far.
And then Joel was buying it for a bit, and then he
said too many things
a couple times in a row.
Okay. I'm starting to think that this is sarcasm, and it totally was. So
I didn't want to get you too hyped for it.
Okay.
So
I was totally hyped for it. I was waiting all week to watch this movie.
All right, 37. I'll go next. I enjoyed it more than you, Joel. So I'll give we'll go 51.
Okay. Wow. Okay. I'm gonna go. I'm not mad at the movie.
That's the thing. You can't be mad at the movie.
Yeah.
It is what it is. You know, it's kind of that. Like, I feel like I would be more upset if I went to the theater and this was like a high production movie.
Yeah.
And, you know, I feel like I can be a little more forgiving for what it is.
Yeah. And I feel like I reserve my like really low ratings for movies that like really pissed me off.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll give it a 50.
Cool. Yeah. So like I said, if you're gonna watch this at all, watch it in that circumstance that we had mentioned. Otherwise, definitely skip it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I did. I will mention that I had to go back and watch some of it again because by the time by the time we got through some amount of stories, I was just like, I'm done. Like, that's why my word is long, because it's just like, oh my gosh, this movie's still going. And I just started playing Pokemon on my phone. I was like, I'm over it.
I watched this on one of those free apps. I forgot which one it was that had commercial breaks.
Oh no.
So an hour and 40 minutes, every like 10, 12 minutes was a 3-minute break. I'm like, oh man, okay. So we're just, prolonging this even more.
Wow.
This torture.
Dang.
Wow.
All right.
Well, that's why I don't like I don't like the free apps because there's always commercials and I don't do that.
Yeah.
All right. Go to patreon.com/scaretalk if you want to hear us talk about the specific segments. If you've seen the movie, then you might have some fun with hearing us talk about it. And that could be a good time. If you haven't seen the movie, still check out our spoilers because we're going to have fun talking about how ridiculous some of these segments are. And you might get a little kick out of that, even if you don't watch the movie.
These are some of the most entertaining ones, the ones that we don't like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to find out about this clown over here. So
yeah, Crinkles. So what's tomorrow gonna be? We don't have our next movie for tomorrow. What are they gonna watch tomorrow?
Oh.
Whose turn is it?
Coming up.
Well,
let's see. What's mine? I know be. Joel, what's yours? Let's just do that one.
Okay. My next one, I believe it was going to be Frozen.
Frozen. Yeah. Right. Yes.
So tomorrow, get ready for Frozen. Some people on a ski lift.
Not the Disney movie. This one came out first.
Yes. Disney stole the name. I'm sure they knew about this movie.
Oh, yeah. They totally did.
That one's a pretty intense movie. So get excited for Frozen tomorrow. And we'll see you then.